Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now today we'll start with the next topic, that is actual and formal arguments. Before that, in the first two parts I already explained the function definition as well as function declaration and the function call. So these are the basic concept related to function. Now we'll see what is exactly the concept of actual and formal parameter, and we'll see how to write the function in C program. Okay, so first we'll understand what is exactly the actual and formal parameters or the actual and formal arguments. So what is exactly the actual arguments? So passing of value between the main program and the function take place through arguments, so that is your actual parameter. Okay, so whatever we are taking the value in the main program, that means whatever you are taking the input from the user using which function? Scanf function. So whenever user is passing the value using scanf function, that is known as the actual parameters. Okay, so these arguments are actual parameter, and these values are passed to the function parameter list. Everyone knows every function having the parameter list. We are writing in the parameter list as a int a, int b, or the number of parameters. So as I always says, the function parameter list means input values. Whatever input you require to perform any task, that should be passed in the parameter list. So those input you need to take it from the user only. So user is, whenever your computer is asking to enter the value from the user through keyboard, so that parameter should be in the main programming. So that is your actual parameter. Okay, and this actual parameter will be passed to the function, so that becomes the formal parameters, right? So the definition says the argument listed in the function calling statement are referred to as actual parameter. Okay, now what is exactly the function calling statement? Okay, again I'm just revising the what is exactly function definition, function declaration, and the function call. The function definition means what? Whatever your actual operation you want to perform in the function, so that is you have to return in the function definition only, right? And the function declaration is just the declaring the function with the semicolon at the initially after the header lines. Fine. And what is exactly the function call? The function call means what? Like you are writing your function separately. Fine. And in that function you are just creating you are just performing some operation. So in your main function, whenever you require those operations, okay, so you are just calling that function. So how to call the function? So function calling is just you have to write the function name, and in bracket you have to pass the parameter. So how to passing the parameter? So whatever you are writing in the function definition, that parameter you have to pass in the function calling. Okay, so what are that? Like I'm just having the same, I'm just taking the same function, add function. So how we are just calling the function? So I'm just writing the add function. Here we don't having any return type with the function name. Okay, we have to just calling with the function name only. So we are just writing as a add. After that, in round bracket you have to write the parameters. So we are just writing as a comma b. Here no need to write the data type again. We are just calling the variable which is take it from the user. Okay, so add in bracket a comma b and the semicolon. So this is a statement for the function calling. So we are just calling with the normal statement, function name, and the parameter list. So what is this a and b? So that value you have to take it from the user. So these are the actual parameters. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Now these are the actual parameter. We'll see through the example later. Okay. So now the next one is formal parameters or the formal arguments. Here I am using the word as a parameter, which is as a arguments only. Fine. The argument used in the function declaration as referred as a formal parameter. Okay. So like we are defining the parameter as a int a comma int b. So that a and b are the formal parameters. They don't having any values over there. Whatever the function calling is passing the value to the function, that value is going to consider. Okay, so these are the formal parameters, not the actual parameter. Actual parameter are those in the main function. We are take it from the user and we are just assigning to the function calling. After the function calling, your control will transfer to that actual function written outside the void main function. So that function is called inside the void main function. So these are the formal and the actual parameters. So here I am just writing one note over here. The number of actual and formal arguments and their data type should match. Okay, you have to keep in mind that is your whatever your actual, because actual and formal parameter both are the related. Okay, whatever you are writing in the main function, these are the actual, and whatever you are writing outside the main function in a function definition, that is your formal parameters or the formal arguments. So they both data type should be matched. Okay, now we are going to see the example of the actual and the formal parameters. Okay, so here is the example for the demonstrating the difference between the actual and formal arguments. So I am just writing the statement with the comment in the comment section. I am just writing this statement with the every line. Okay, so like you are just started with the function. Okay, so my function name is add 2 ints. Okay, here I am giving the function name as a add 2 ints. So whatever you want to give, you can give as. Okay, and what is this types of this function? This is a which category? This is a with argument and with return type. Okay, so here I am just writing the argument as a int comma int. You can there is no need to write a variable name over here. You can just separate it with the data type only. Okay, this is a way to write the function. It is my function declaration, not a definition, because I am just giving as a semicolon over here. Okay, so after the header file, you have to give the function declaration over here. After that, I am having this main function. So in a main function, I am just directly passing the value of n1 and n2. Here I am taking the variable name as a n1 and n2. You can take it as a and b also. Fine. So 10, 20, and the sum is my output variable. Now n1 and n2 are the actual argument because these are taking in the main functions. They are the source of data. Caller program supplies this data to the call function and in form of actual argument. Now here the function call, how we are just calling the function add 2 instance. So this is my function name. So how we are calling the function add 2 names in bracket n1 comma n2. These are the two variable. On these two variable I am just performing the operation. So these are the two variable I am just passing in this bracket and semicolon. Now this function, whatever the function returns the answer, the control is transferred to first this function. Here they are just performing the operation and the answer is again stored to this, assigned to this sum variable. Okay, then we are printing the value. So this is the operation inside the main function. Now we will see the function definition which is written outside the main function. So the function definition, like we are taking the return type as an integer as we are having in the function declaration, and function name is same, and here I am passing two parameters int a comma int b. Okay, now here inside the main function the name of two variable is n1 and n2 and the function name are the variable names are a and b. So that means it doesn't matter with the function or the variable name, they are just looking for the actual values which is assigned to this variable. Okay, function name doesn't matter. Okay, sorry, variable name doesn't matter, they are just looking for the values only. So you can give any name in the function definition. Okay, so here I am just passing the two parameters and inside the function what I am doing here, return a plus b. So return function, what they are doing, they are just returning the value on the screen or printing the value of screen. What is the operation here performing? A plus b. So a plus b means whenever I am calling the function add 2 ints n1 comma n2, These n1 and n2 value will be passing to A and B, and they are performing the operation, addition operation, and they are returning the answer to this sum. Okay, and the answer will be returned and stored in the sum, and after that we are just printing the sum. So this is just simple example what is exactly actual and the formal argument. So here these are the actual parameters and A and B are the formal parameters. Everyone getting this? Now we are moving to the next part, that is call by value and call by reference. Okay, so as we already seen the actual and the formal arguments or the actual and formal parameter, now how we are passing the argument to the functions. Okay, so there are two ways in which we can pass the argument. The first way is a call by value and the call by reference. So this is a very important concept in the functions. Okay, so every time like a question will be asked on the difference between the call by value and call by reference. So you need to understand what is exactly call by value and call by reference. Then we'll see the what is the difference in between. So the call by value means what? The call by value method of passing the argument to function copies the actual value of argument into the formal parameter of the function. That means they are just copying the actual parameter into the formal parameter. Like we already seen the previous example, like a name of the variable inside the parameter list doesn't matter. They are just copying the value as it is. It's a from the actual parameter to formal parameters. So that is known as a call by value. So call by value means we are just looking for the values only, not for the whatever the name we are giving. Like we are giving the different name in the function definition and a different name in function calling. So name doesn't matter, they are looking just for the values only. So in this case, change made the parameter inside the function have no effect on the argument. So they are having no effect, they are just calling by values only. So that is passing the argument. Okay, so in the normal programming or the normal program of the function, we are using the call by value concept only. So we'll see that concept through the programming. I'll explain the program into the next video. First we'll see the definitions of the call by value and call by reference. So next we'll see the call by reference. Okay, now next we having as a call by reference. So now what is exactly the call by reference? So here we are using the concept as a pointer. Okay, as we know, the pointer means we are there storing the address of another variable. So the call by reference are passing the argument to function copies the address of argument in a formal parameter. Okay, so they are just looking for the address to access the actual argument. Okay, instead of directly accessing the value, we can call it to the address of that variable. On that address, whatever the values are stored, those values we are going to pass to the function. Okay, so call by reference is basically using the argument concept of the pointer or argument pointer are passed to the function. Okay, so according to you need to declare the function parameter as a pointer type. Okay, so we'll see the both the types of the program, like a call by reference and call by value. Okay, so we'll see this both the program into the next video. Thank you.